Hello everybody, CephalonKet here. So I wanted to make a follow-up video to my original first thoughts on Tower of Fantasy because a lot of things have changed since then. So on the first video, it was just a first thoughts video. I had just started playing, right? My initial impression was good. I pointed out the similarities to Genshin Impact, which are many, and that has not changed. And it was very promising. So here's what had happened since then. So since then, I had actually quit the game shortly after I had made that first thoughts video. Why did I quit? I quit because at the time there were some artificial timers on the story. So for example, when I would get caught up with the story, I pointed this out on my first video as well. At the time I had not come across it, but since then I did. I would be forced to stop either because I would not be allowed to gain more XP, I would not be allowed to continue with the story, or certain collectibles in the areas I would have a timer and would be locked. And I would, if I actually want to get them, I would have to try to remember where they were, put down custom markers and come back later, sometimes being forced to come back a day or more later. Which were things that, as somebody who basically, when I'm really into a game, I inhale all of the content, right? I want to get all of the collectibles now, I want to do all of the content now. So being forced to stop really burned me out pretty quickly. So eventually I just forgot about it and I stopped playing. So since then I stopped playing for about I don't know, 6 months, maybe 5 months, and I came back to the game, which now has a lot more content and things are looking a lot better. So my impression now of the game is much better than it was back then. There is a ton more content, there is multiple new maps, so the size of the game has quadrupled. There are a ton of collectibles, there are a ton of activities. There is, remember how I mentioned on my first video that there was a hub where you could see a city and I was like, oh, I wish I could explore and I couldn't. Well, they added a cyber sci-fi themed city that you can actually explore fully with a ton of collectibles, places to go, beautiful, futuristic, everything mixed with historical architecture but with sci-fi as well. So that definitely warmed me up to the game a lot more. There's also a ton of more story. So yeah, basically this is one of the main reasons I wanted to make a quick video about this, because I've seen I started streaming the game again, and I've seen a lot of people that were basically like me, telling me, yeah, I was playing back at launch and then I stopped and I'm just, checking out streams and stuff to see how the game is doing. And this is why I want to make the video, to tell people that if you were a player that was playing at the beginning like me and stopped, for any other reason or maybe reason similar to mine, there is a very good chance that you would enjoy the game more now. There's so much more content. There is also more content, more maps, more story, more everything coming in just 3 days at the time of my recording. So there is a ton more to do and the game is looking better and better. Yes, the original gacha issues are still here, of course. The game does have some pay-to-win elements, those will not go away, it's the type of game it is, same with Genshin, same with any type of game like that, but I still think that it is friendlier than Genshin, perhaps, when it comes to getting characters and getting the things you need in order to level up characters. I find that a lot friendlier than Genshin because the materials you need are much more condensed. There are only like 4 types of elements that you need, 4 types of materials that you need. So it's much easier to farm than it is in Genshin. So yeah, for that, personally, don't come at me for this. This is my personal opinion, my personal experience, I personally prefer Tower of Fantasy over Genshin with how it plays and how it functions as let's say a character collectible RPG slash single player slash MMO, whatever you want to call it. I just like it better. So this is a reminder to perhaps, if you had tried the game, if you liked it but something turned you off, maybe this is the time, especially if you wait until the 2.4 update comes out. Just 3 days, like I said at the time of this recording, on the 30th of March, then you will have so much content that you can do. Another thing and a tip, if you do get back into the game, is that if you were still in the Asperia story, let me show you. If you are still in this type of map, yes, this is the Asperia maps, and you get to a point in the story where it tells you that you can skip ahead to the Vera, that is considered the expansion. If you follow this storyline, if you click and you follow this storyline, you will be skipping the original storyline, and I do not recommend it if you want to follow the story. If you don't care and just want to catch up with where everybody else is, sure, go ahead, but you will be lost if you follow the story, and the game has quite a bit of story that you can do. So I would recommend just not following this, just continuing with your main story, continuing with exploring the original maps. This is an alta account, that's why you're seeing I haven't explored everything yet. So follow that, and eventually it will naturally tell you to go to Vera anyway. There is not a ton of story from the, let's call it the base game, so it won't take you too long to get to Vera naturally. So yeah, that is my tip, so you don't get overwhelmed. If you accidentally skip over to Vera, you might feel lost at all the new stuff, and you definitely will feel lost when it comes to the story. So yeah, definitely take a step back, take your time. Maybe there is no rush. Besides the characters, there is no huge reason to skip ahead, I would say, except for the activities that come with the new maps. So yeah, take your time, enjoy the game, enjoy it for what made you like it in the first place. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. Feel free to come by my streams, because I seem to like streaming it as a, as a chill stream a lot. And I'll definitely be streaming it when the new update comes out, the new storylines and such. So feel free to hang out there, and I can do my best to help you if you are a new player. So yeah, if I don't know if I'll make a video following up to the update. Maybe I'll do another first impressions video on the expansion. It will depend on if there is enough to talk about. I suspect there will be. It looks very promising, it looks very beautiful. And yeah, also I had done a stream where we were celebrating my subscribers on Twitch hitting a certain number. So we're doing a celebration, and I was trying to get a certain character, and we were singing when we would get a good pool. So that's a fun video you can also check out if you like watching people trying the gacha system of the game. And also, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out one of my many series on my channel, many game playthroughs, thoughts, some reviews, things like that, guides for SoulTor, blah blah blah. And if you enjoyed, feel free to subscribe, like, comment. I also have a Patreon if you'd like to support. I stream almost every day on Twitch, and I would love to see you there. Alright, thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Bye bye!